Christy Whitman with the Quantum Success Show, where you can get your information and inspiration to create your desires. In this episode, we're going to discuss your motivation and inspiration for success. What is your motivation and inspiration to wanting to be successful or to create even a higher level of success? You know, the last episode we discussed the biggest reasons that success can be scary. Another one of those reasons is that success can be scary is because what's referred to as having a faulty success foundation. And many times these faulty success foundations don't support our divine self and then can't be supported by the universe. So think about it. If you were going to build a house, which Frederick and I are in the process of doing and have done with 2 other homes, when you build a house, the foundation has to be the first thing that's created, and it needs to be solid. This is important because everything that's created from this foundation will either be strong and solid or weak and vulnerable, depending on the structure of the foundation. And before you can actually construct anything, you have to make sure that the foundation is solid and dry and completed. If you were planning on building a 2-story home and then within the midst of, waiting for that foundation to dry, you decided, you know what, I think I'd like to use a, 10-story skyscraper on the top instead. The foundation can't hold that. So what I mean by the foundation of success is the motivation. Why do you want to be successful in the first place? Think about that. What is your why for wanting success? If the reason is coming from a place of a solid foundation, coming from love and contribution, abundance and purpose, alignment, service, collaboration, security, freedom, or really of the soul essence, then it will be supported by all levels of your being. If the reason is not solid, if that's not the proper foundation, solid or not, then it's going to kind of trip you up or crack and crumble. And success, like a house of cards, will come down. And what some examples of a faulty foundation are, first, if you're trying to be successful in order to punish someone, that's like a faulty foundation. I'll show them, those kids in school who said I'd never amount to anything, I'll show them, and I'm going to go back and rub their noses in it, or I'll show my father, or I'll show my mother, or I'll get them and make them suffer. I'm going to be successful and then walk all over them. Those are faulty motivations. And I'm not saying that they're wrong or bad. We're not judging them. Believe me, I had those where I was going to prove to my mom that I was somebody, and I was going to do everything to be successful for that. See, I'm worthy. I'm worthy of love. I'm somebody. And that was definitely coming from a very faulty foundation, coming from a very scared and wounded part of me. So I get the wounded part of us that wants to show them. And again, there's no judgment on that. It's not right or wrong, but simply saying that motivation can't weather the weight of success. Second, if you're doing it to vindicate yourself, it's a faulty foundation. Vindication is a sweet thing when you get vindicated. You've been proven right or justified in doing something. And everyone accused of a crime really craves vindication, right? Vindication is good, but it can only come after something bad, like being accused of something that you didn't do. So we think we need to be vindicated if we made a mistake. Instead of really trying to vindicate yourself or forgive yourself for anything you've perceived as a mistake. There's really no mistakes, just opportunities for learning and growing. Vindication is not the key. Forgiveness is. Therefore, if you're trying to succeed to vindicate yourself, I really screwed up in my first marriage and now my second marriage, I'm going to be the best husband or the best wife that will ever, be, and I'll make up for that mistake. It won't work. It never does. Even if you have a magnificent success or you become a great husband and great wife, it never erases anything that forgiveness can. Vindication can't, forgiveness can. So third, and this is a big one, for really a lot of people. It really was, again, for me too. If you're doing something as a way to win approval, to win praise, to win the acceptance of another, it's a faulty motivation. Again, I'm not saying it's bad motivation. It does work for a time. I'm saying that it's too weak as a foundation and cannot support for a long time. It's like it can support this much success for, a little bit of approval and praise, but it can't this much more. When you pile this much more on top of it, it's like it's a faulty foundation. And it starts to wobble, it crumbles. And you can even sabotage yourself in the end, or even punish yourself because the foundation, the motivation, the reason that you wanted to be successful was faulty. So from the weight of what you attach to the success, to the very foundation underneath it, from the creative process to the chaotic process, and all the things in between, there's a spectrum, right? There's a spectrum of reasons, and there's others, like I discussed in the last episode, why success can actually be scary. But if you can understand that any faulty reasons that you want success, then you can change your motivations. You can rebuild and really restructure the whole different foundation for being successful. You can take the weight off and realize that it's not going to make you smarter or better than or give you superior powers. You can really be prepared for the chaos. And when it comes, you can work with it. You can handle it. You don't have to freak out and run away. You can be prepared for the guilt and the doubt that's going to arise at the very dynamics of creativity, and that's what happens sometimes. So now when success comes, it doesn't have to be scary. You can have the confidence to know that you can overcome it. And you'll have the support at each level of your creative being to create the success that you desire because it feels good on all levels. You can feel alignment. And there's no resistance to the reasons that you want to create the success. I always have clients ask themselves, what do you want? Why do you want it? And how do you want to feel when you have it? And when your why and that feeling comes from that higher vibration, the heavens open up to serve you and help you co-create what you want. We can either co-create from the ego, or we can co-create from the alignment with our divine self in the universe. So, make sure you're knowing what's your foundation. And please leave me a comment and let me know how this information has impacted you. Let's continue the conversation. And as always, if you haven't already done so, please go to ChristyWhitman.com and join the family. Or if you like this video, please share it with your friends and family. Just remember that the universe is friendly and is always working for you. It's always supporting you in whatever you're asking for. And you ask by your energy and your vibration that you send out. Just make sure your asking is on a solid foundation.